Rapper Latto has been in the music business for a while now, getting her start on season 1 of television show The Rap Game back in 2016. Since being on The Rap Game, she had dropped a few records without achieving any huge amount of success or streams, but she was relatively consistent in the media. In 2019, her single Beat from the South started to gain popularity and even resulted in a remix that featured Trina and Sweetie that did relatively well but didn't achieve all the mainstream success that she is now starting to receive. Latto has been getting a lot more mainstream attention lately, as well as commercial success, as her song Big Energy rises on the Billboard Hot 100, where it's reached its peak of number 3 and is currently sitting number 4 on the chart. Big Energy recently broke a record for being the first song by a woman in 12 years to achieve the number 1 song on US pop, rhythm, and urban radio charts. Some of the last songs to achieve the same accolades were Rihanna's Rude Boy, Alicia Keys' No One, Beyonce's Irreplaceable, Mary J. Blige's Be Without You, and Mariah Carey's We Belong Together. And I think that we can all agree that compared to some of these other singles, Big Energy definitely falls pretty flat. The other records I had named are iconic, they resonate with a lot of people, and then there's Big Energy. While Latto achieving this is a very huge accomplishment, and it is something that most artists dream about, being on the radio, I just can't help but think that this is a little forced, and maybe not necessarily a force from Latto, because I think it's an artist's job when you put out music to want people to listen to your music and to feel something from it. But there's definitely this odd force that either seems to be coming from the industry or the label or both. And I compare Latto to the other songs that also win number 1 on the 3 radio charts, because those records are records that stick and that stuck to people, and the impact of the records were so great that it almost felt like those songs were basically inescapable. Whereas Big Energy just seems like some big push from her label in an attempt to get Latto a smash hit. But even with the release of her new album 777 and a remix from Mariah Carey, the song still isn't really connecting with its radio audience. Big Energy's radio audience is currently at 85 million, landing her the number 2 spot in overall radio play, and has been on the radio charts for 168 days. Mind you guys, that is a ton of radio play and support for any record, but it seems like Big Energy just isn't really connecting with the audience, as it's struggling to remain in the top 200 of Apple Music, has low numbers on Spotify despite the extremely high radio play, and has severely underperformed on YouTube as well. Just for reference, Post Malone and The Weeknd's One Right Now has been on the overall radio chart for just 2 days less than Big Energy, and has a peak audience of just 57 million to Latto's 85 million. But the record has over 250 million streamed on Spotify alone, has a music video with over 50 million streams. SZA's I Hate You peaked at only 45 million audience and has been charting for only 96 days compared to Latto's 168 days, and has about double the streams as Big Energy. I say this to say it's interesting that a song that has so much success on radio and has been achieving all these chart accolades has very little traction when it comes to something that people actually have to do, like stream and watch the video, and not just radio stations playing the same song over and over so they can get the audience that they need. Typically, once people hear a song on the radio that they've never heard, they typically try to go find it, search it up, any way to download it and support the artist. However, it just doesn't seem like that for Big Energy. Despite having the extreme amount of radio play, it just doesn't seem to be pulling the numbers that a lot of songs with a lot less radio play are pulling. So personally, I can't help but think that this is just an extreme label and industry push of Latto to try to get her to be the next like big female rapper. I don't know, I'm personally just not seeing why it has 85 million radio audience, but let me know what you guys think down below. Do you guys think that Big Energy is a natural hit, or do you guys kind of feel like it's just an industry push on the song in hopes that it becomes a big hit for Latto, and then she could start to push some of her other records and become a household name and actually sell albums, because 777 was definitely a flop? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching today's video. See you in the next one. Bye.